Welcome to Hitman Boxing. We are the A-Side Boxing community. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. So, Canelo has been suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. He popped dirty drug test. You know, the clenbuterol. We got people calling Canelo, all types of crazy stuff, right? Because Cinnamon was cheating. And he thought he had finished cycling off his drugs, but he came in a training camp and they tested his blood and urine, and the sample came back dirty. He was trying to gain a competitive advantage over Gennady Golovkin. I mean, Canelo is nothing more than a cheater. And we've seen this time and time again. If it's not the drugs, then it's the hand wraps. And, I mean, somebody even said he had track marks on his arms and stuff, man. Like, what is you doing, dude? Why are you cheating like this? You know? You were supposed to beat Triple G in the first fight. I had Triple G winning, by the way. If you got a problem, then just accept it. I had Triple G winning in the fight, okay? I don't think Canelo did enough, and he wasn't effective at all. But, you know, the judges, Adelaide Bird and the other two judges, they made sure that the fix was in, and they called it a draw. So my thing is, they're going to have this rematch in May, and it's probably still going to go through, even though he was temporarily suspended. You know, they have a hearing coming up soon in which they're going to discuss this and decide on whether or not they want to suspend him for an indefinite amount of time. And we know that's not going to happen because there's too much money at stake in this fight. The fight has to take place, right? Even though I'm sure there are some people who are turned off by the fact that Canelo was caught red-handed. The WBC swears up and down that they're surprised and they don't know what happened. They don't understand why all this is going on. Well, you know, Canelo's just like any other boxer, okay? If you do something dirty, then you get punished for it, right? But unfortunately, his punishment is not going to be as bad as those before him because, again, he's the cash cow in boxing, right? Now, this is what I think Triple G should do. Triple G needs to go ahead and pull out of that fight. Now, I realize he wants that money. He wants that payday for fighting Canelo. Yeah, it's a huge payday. Second fight. But you have to realize what you set out to do initially. Initially, Triple G wanted to unify 160. He wanted to become undisputed at middleweight. And he can't do that by fighting Canelo Alvarez again. He should switch his attention over to Billy Joe Saunders, because Billy Joe Saunders holds the last piece to the puzzle, the WBO championship. And Billy Joe Saunders has already said that he wants a fight with Golovkin. I know he's got a fight with Martin Murray coming up, but I believe it's been postponed. So it's something that could still happen. It's a fight that they could still make, right? I mean, Triple G's been reduced to fighting once a year because of Canelo now. So he might as well just leave Canelo alone, let Canelo do his drugs in peace, and fight Spike O'Sullivan, you know, in May instead of September, and just keep it moving, man. Like, it's not even worth it. Is the money really that worth it, or is your legacy, or is it your legacy that you care more about? You got money, bro. Like, this is who got money. You're signed by Jordan Brand. You have an endorsement deal with Team Jordan. Like, Triple G is the last person I would expect to see rocking a pair of J's, but he got all the quick strikes and all the tier 0 kicks, man. Just like Andre Ward. So he's set. Is it really about the money? It's about the legacy. I know that, right? Do you want to be undisputed? You got to fight Billy Joe Saunders. You got to just keep it moving. Because clearly Canelo has some other agenda. And honestly, you're not finna beat Canelo unless you knock him out. And you didn't knock him out in the first fight. You're not going to knock him out in the second fight. Right? But if that fight goes 12 rounds, you already know what's going to happen. Split decision in favor of Canelo Alvarez. You're not going to beat Canelo clean. That's not going to happen. Again, you have to think about your legacy here. Your legacy is getting that WBO championship and becoming undisputed at middleweight. It makes sense to me. I wouldn't give him the time of day after he popped dirty. You know? And already he's the A-side, so he's already dictating all the terms. So it's a setup from the beginning. He's picking the judges, probably. He's picking everything, man. Like, it was a setup from the beginning. He never wanted to fight Triple G anyway. He just got backed into a corner, and he was forced to fight him. He gave up his belt. He gave up the WBC championship because he didn't want to fight Triple G. That's how bad it was. Y'all keep forgetting about that. That was huge. He gave up his green belt because he didn't want to fight Triple G because he couldn't make the weight. He wasn't a full middleweight. You're like, get out of here, bro. Like, you 190 pounds in the offseason. Are you taking all that? You taking all them drugs to get back down to weight? Dehydrating yourself, taking on diuretics, HGH coming out your eyeballs. Like, I ain't trying to hear nothing that Canelo got to say. And until Canelo can say in English that he ain't had nothing to do with them drugs in his system. He need to take a polygraph test in English. And if he can't pass it, then that fight needs to be off. Hitman Boxing, Canelo, the cheater, Triple G need to go fight Billy Joe Saunders and knock him out and become undisputed. Easy work. I'm out.